Hello and welcome to Off the Shelf with Phil and Dave, the movie talk show where each week one of us takes a movie off our shelf, presents it to the other, and discusses it at length. And this week we've got coming off of my shelf, 1990's Rocky V. Directed by John G. Avildsen and written by Sylvester Stallone.
Of course.
Starring Sylvester Stallone, Talia Shire, Burt Young.
Usual.
Yeah. Sage Stallone even.
Yeah. So I looked it up. I'm like, who is this person? I'm not familiar with that first name.
Okay.
I had no idea.
Okay.
Now I do.
Now you do.
Now I do.
You would have also remembered it from Daylight if you had paid attention.
I remember George.
Everyone remembers George.
Of
absolutely.
course. Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty good movie.
Yeah. Underrated, I would say.
I'd say. Just needed a little more daylight. It would have been
just a little bit more daylight, and it would have been fine. I think that was missing.
Yep.
All right, here we are, David, back on the couch, back for more Rocky.
Yeah, I guess I asked for it. I did a couple
of bonds,
and we left on a not so great note.
No, that was bad.
Yeah,
like Olga bad.
Yeah, it's a whole new level of bad.
It's a Francis candidate, if you will.
Yes, potentially.
I think she won last year, actually, for Oblivion.
I think so.
If I remember.
You definitely voted her in. But yeah, so you're bringing back Rocky V, which is a movie that obviously I haven't seen.
Yeah, no, you've been pretty in the dark for most of these Rockies.
Yeah, all of them.
I think you had heard enough of the first one when you watched that. You were sort of like, I know the character, a little like Bond, where it's sort of everybody knows a Rocky story. Yeah. But here we are 5 movies later.
He pretty much ended the Cold War.
Single-handedly. Well, double-handedly, I suppose.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
He's nice.
Put that on a resume.
He's a great man.
He's a nice guy.
If he can change and you can change, then we all can change.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's right there. Gorbachev's listening.
It's all in the heart.
Absolutely.
All in the heart, buddy. I want to ask you, Phil, if I may, and I may because of...
This is the forum for it.
It is for it. And thanks to Rocky, we're in a free country. Why did you choose to do this one now? Any specific reason? Is it an anniversary year?
It's 35 years ago, and
okay, that's
one of the logic around some of these choices is to revisit the movies that are maybe a little bit more maligned, sometimes by me and sometimes just by the culture at large. And this is a movie that was always going to come off the shelf. We'd obviously been doing these
it's going to happen.
Rocky chunks along the way. Mm-hmm. And I just felt it was time to take this off the shelf and revisit a movie that, again, people don't like, generally speaking.
That's the vibe I got when I did a little bit of research.
And I always liked it.
Yeah.
And I wondered, am I wrong? Am I crazy? And sometimes talking it out with you and watching it with a critical eye, let's say.
Yes, of course.
Opens up the audio of like, actually, that isn't very good. You know, you come up with some points that I'm like, yeah, it doesn't hold up. Or other times I get it entrenches deeper and I'm like, you know what?
Screw all you.
It's 30 years later and I still think it does what it's supposed to do and can kind of walk away on it. So that's kind of the fun of it, and I thought this is a great opportunity for it.
I think Rocky V would have been a good entry point for the series. Start at 5. Then we'll go back to 1, 2, 3, and 4.
It's funny you say that because you're an idiot. But I did think that before you asked the question, I'll give it to you. Here's the history. I think that this was probably the second Rocky movie I watched.
4 was the first one.
I had seen 4 first in the theater, I'm almost positive.
Well, that's just because of the nature of when you were born.
That's
and what you were up to.
6 years old.
Of course.
And then I believe I rented, or my parents, of course, rented this movie.
Before watching 1.
I'm pretty sure, because they had already seen it all, right? So they're not like dragged your 10-year-old kid along to the ride. They were like, we want to watch the new Rocky movie.
They should have been the better person
and
got you up to speed.
I was just interested enough to be in it because what stuck out to me when I watched this movie is, in particular, the end credits is a history of the movie. And I remember thinking, I want to see all of these pictures. My memory is that I hadn't yet seen those photos. Mm-hmm. It kind of takes you through each of the movies in the end credits.
I still think that's bad parenting.
Well, I mean, we've spent 5 years talking about some questionable parenting choices along the way, and some make sense, and some have to forgive myself and them for.
That's good.
So I'm wondering, when you hear Rocky V's coming off the shelf, where's your head at, and like kind of how do you approach it?
If you recall, I was never a big fan. I did my best to play along.
Sure.
I never really warmed up too much to any of them, although I felt like none of them were terrible. Sure. I think I enjoyed 3.
Mr. T. You thought those were kind of funny at times.
I like T. Yeah. I felt the first one, because I had watched it, 40 years after it come out. It's like, well, I'm pretty hyped up about it.
Yeah.
All the talk about it, and I was let down. So
yeah.
What I did with this one, and what I do for a lot of your movies now, I've discovered a hack.
Okay.
Is I go in there with a -5 expectation. Right? So very low. Below 0 low.
Okay.
I go in there thinking this is going to be complete and utter trash. like most of your films.
Okay.
And
All
that's I think it's working.
That's your sweet spot.
So
now it can rise above.
It's got nowhere to go.
I see.
But up.
I see.
It can still be a 0 and still exceed my expectations of -5.
Fascinating.
And I'm half kidding, but I did because I'm thinking like most series, Jurassic Park, Die Hard, I'll say it, they get progressively worse.
Sure.
Not always.
Sure.
There's a few exceptions to the rule, and this one seemed to be mixed, how it was received. So having said all that, I was ready to watch it. I was in the right place.
Okay.
I think that helped my experience.
Okay.
I don't think it's amazing, but I think there is some validity in people saying this movie's underrated.
Well, it's only me that's saying it, I think.
No,
Because the rest of the country seems to have agreed.
I dug.
Okay, good.
And found another person
Fantastic.
in Tasmania that also felt
Yeah.
that this movie was a little bit underrated. But
Great.
no, it did come up a couple of times.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to hear that I'm not alone on this island, but it has felt like a bit of an island over the time. And we've talked before. I've got a soft spot for Stallone. I'm always going in with like bright eyes. He's going to do something that I'm going to probably enjoy. And when I think about that, I think about where this movie comes in his filmography and his career.
Yeah, what is he doing in 90 or a little bit before?
Rocky IV is a huge monster hit. So he's on a high. He's doing things like Cobra,
Okay.
which I don't really like that much, to be fair.
Doesn't sound like you're being fair.
Just not my favorite version of him. This is kind of right in the middle of what I would suggest is maybe a fallow period.
It's a pre-comedy.
But it's pre-comedy,
Okay.
but he's sort of dabbling. So 85 is Rocky IV, Cobra in 86, Over the Top, which is really bad in 87, but you get paid a lot of money, and there's elements of it that I kind of find humorous.
All right.
But Rambo 3, he did in 88, which is really
Okay.
bad, in my view.
Did we do the original Rambo?
Not yet, no.
Which is not even called Rambo.
No, it's First Blood.
That I know.
Yeah, it's coming soon, though, or coming eventually.
Like
Should say
everything
soon.
else.
Exactly. But he did Lock Up in 89, which is a movie I think is underrated. Tango and Cash in 89, which also I think a little underrated.
Okay.
And then Rocky V in 90s. I think if you were looking maybe subjective or objectively,
I always do.
this is a low point in a career.
Okay.
A couple movies underperform.
He needs this.
I think he needs it.
Okay.
I think he's going back to where he began.
All right.
And that's true of the character. We talked a little bit about the character creation. Rocky is Stallone, particularly in those early episodes, in the early seasons, early movies.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
They'll make a TV show.
Exactly. Yeah. And sort of Rocky III kind of showing that he had kind of left the streets. He was now this prim and proper guy in suits and stuff, right?
Absolutely.
And like greased up and
Look good.
And 4 is a continuation of that, almost superhero.
Yes. I mean,
Right, he's single-handedly
come on.
brought down the Cold War. He's beating up a 7-foot giant in the ring.
He was tall, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. And I think that maybe career-wise, this is another example of that, because the conceit of this movie is, of course, go back to the basics, go back to the beginning. It got so big, would you say, at the end of Rocky IV,
Yeah.
that, like, where do you go?
Where do you go?
What's next? Rocky in space, maybe. You ready for that?
Not in this lifetime.
So knowing that, did you think that this was the right approach thematically to the character?
I will have to say, Philip, that the concept of this movie I thought was really good.
Okay.
I think your options are somewhat limited, but if you want this movie to have a shot at success, I think you have to kind of hit that reset button.
Change it up a bit.
Change it up a bit, because he's at the top.
Yeah.
So I think
Another villain, another guy that's now 8 feet tall. Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
is-
exactly.
Like, where can you go,
yeah.
right?
So I think the idea of it on paper
Yeah.
and the script actually I think is pretty good. I
Yeah.
think there's some pretty witty stuff in there as usual. He has his touch
got a
in
touch,
there.
yeah.
I thought that's a good foundation to build on
Yeah.
for this movie.
Yeah, I kind of liked the idea of that, too. I thought similarly. Where does
Yeah.
it go? Bring it all the way back.
Yeah, exactly.
And doing so not even just in terms of character-based, but also bringing back John G. Avildsen to direct.
Absolutely.
Right? Stallone had directed all the other movies.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure about
after
that.
one. He had directed all
Okay.
of them. Brought back Bill Conti to do the score.
Okay.
After Rocky IV, if you remember, was a lot of rock music, a lot of montage, if you recall.
Yes, yeah.
So changing that dynamic, kind of stripping all of that part back as well, I thought was an interesting choice. So just,
Go back to the basics.
yeah, conceptually, I thought they're on good footing.
Yes.
Whether it works or not, that's the secondary conversation.
that's the-
But cosmetically, I thought smart play. Well done.
yeah. I'm with you there, buddy. I'm with you there. So far.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we'll see if we take separate roads as this goes on.
Will do.
Didn't Albertson do The Karate Kid?
You are correct, sir. Yeah, he directed the Karate Kid and the Karate Kid Part 2.
It's like a karate Rocky.
Basically, if you watch Karate Kid, it's a kind of a Rocky type of story.
Pretty formulaic.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't remember that movie very well at all. Like, I remember kind of highlights, if you will.
Because the villain in that one was pretty tall, too.
It's quite possible.
Because you had to go for the sweep.
That's right. I had to sweep the leg.
That's all I know.
Then the crane kick.
I don't like it because that's not legal. You got away with it.
Oh.
Just saying.
Wow. Okay. Coming in hot. Yeah. But, around this time, we'd done those two, which were pretty big hits. He ended up directing, it looks like, Karate Kid Part 3 as well, right before this.
But, Phil, I do not want to go any further until you give us a proper synopsis. And let's see if it's something a little more, I don't know, better than what we got in last week's, which was very simplified.
Absolutely.
Give it to me.
Well, David, thank you for asking. We have here, reluctantly retired from fighting, Rocky takes charge of Mickey's gym and agrees to train a young protege who's hungry for success.
Yeah, that does better than last week.
That does way better than
Yeah.
last one. It's very specific and accurate.
Absolutely.
And that might entice you to watch a movie.
That's all we ask.
That is all we ask. I would say that's the minimum. You're sort of like, it's like a trailer. The tagline, the summation should be enough to engage. And last week obviously did not whatsoever.
No.
Well, having said that, like all Rocky movies before it, I suppose with the exception of one, but all Rocky sequels, we begin kind of at the end.
Yes.
So the end of Rocky 4 becomes the beginning of Rocky 5. Now,
I just skip it.
what I think is really compelling about this in a way that's different than previous ones is that in every other movie, really, there's been a success point.
Yeah.
There's been
Leaving on a high note.
leaving on a high note, exactly, right? The Part 2 begins with the end of Part 1 and so on and so forth. So by the way this one begins, I find really interesting and I thought really engaging is because not only do you get the end of the last movie, but you get it with a much darker tone. The music is much darker.
Ooh, I shouldn't have skipped it then.
You shouldn't have skipped it. It's much darker. Even the use of monochromatic blue hue when he's getting beat up. But effectively, we're watching a montage of a man just getting destroyed.
Plummeled. Yeah, he got
pummeled.
Yeah. Well, he never learned to block, right? We established that.
Very true. Very true.
Still
And so I like the fact that you even called that out in the last one, right? Like this guy's getting beat up all the time, is mush, whatever. It's obviously different in style, but did you kind of catch the
Difference?
import, like what kind of why it's doing it, that way?
No, that's beyond my intelligence. But what I did notice and appreciate is the credit intro.
Yeah,
with the
names.
And going to black and white.
Oh yes, the slowdown, the kind of
The
almost
pausing it almost.
Yeah.
And the first couple, the name was with the character.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's cool. I love that stuff.
Burt Young as Paulie, and then you get Paulie.
Especially as a TV guy, right?
Absolutely.
You come to,
you want the A-team. You want the stop, pose, look over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Obviously, I got to the third and fourth name. They're not in that scene, so it couldn't do that. But still, I thought that was a nice intro. Did I notice it was darker than how 4 ended? No, I didn't pick up on that. I see it now. I see what you're saying.
Well, sure. I mean, the old...
It might be a little bit of a
traditional way to begin this movie would have been Rocky with the American flag draped over him, being carried out as what Rocky 4 ended, with a big musical fanfare of excitement. So the choice sort of tells us that this movie is a little more grounded and ultimately going to be a little bit darker, which we find out right away. Now, what are your thoughts on this sort of opening scene?
I was sort of wondering what Mary Hart thought, because... or even John Tesh.
Sure.
Or Lisa Gibbons.
Lisa.
Because we have a butt scene pretty quick.
That's right.
In the shower.
Yep.
Now, I'm not sure if Kevin butt doubled early in his career here. I guess not really early.
Not really.
90s. He's doing other things.
Yeah, he's winning an Oscar.
Yeah. But there's actually a bit of a continuation of sort of the dark intro, contrasting with sort of how 4 ended, is not this high note, no flag.
Yeah.
He's got the case of the shakes.
Yeah.
He's in a room by himself.
Duke's very happy and proud of him, right? He's like, you did it for Apollo.
Yeah, of course. He did.
Yeah.
Who else are you doing it for?
That's right.
And you can feel that he's not right. And he's got this voice talking to him. Like something's broken inside me.
Yeah.
And then
he fought so hard.
And then his lovely wife comes in, played by the great Talia
Shire.
Thank you. And he's scaring his wife. So things aren't great. He just won this match, but we have a moment of vulnerability.
Yeah,
Maybe. I don't
yeah,
know.
no, totally. That's
If you have a better
fair.
word, I'm up for it.
No,
But,
that's all. I think that's the word. I think you got it.
That doesn't happen often. So I have to say, Phil, so far so good. I know it's early.
Yeah, but first 5 can make a difference,
Yeah,
right? So it's like, is this a character that I want to watch for another hour and a half,
exactly.
right? Like
that first 5 minutes. It used to be the first 15. I've got it down to the first 5.
Yeah, you're trimming.
I'm trimming right down. But we still have a $1.39 to
for
to
sure.
go
There's
here.
obviously more to happen, but I really like the setup, and we're gonna make this reference throughout a little bit more often maybe than I would like. But
I'll just edit
when
it out.
when we started Rocky, the idea was there's this kind of schlubby guy, right? He's just a bum from the neighborhood. And we tried to contrast that, if you recall, with John McClane in Die Hard 1.
Yeah, that works.
And this idea that he's just a street cop from New York in L.A. for a weekend, and
no
look
big
what
deal.
happens.
No big deal, yeah.
And
Alan Rickman, that's what happened.
that's right. The Gruber effect. But the idea that these are sort of regular people in extraordinary circumstances, to whatever degree that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And what ended up happening was that they kind of grew out of that.
You commented in Die Hard 4 specifically how McClane now is that superhero.
There is no vulnerability.
Yeah.
Right? And
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Yeah.
And Rocky 4, to a certain extent,
Oh, yeah.
there's some vulnerability because he's still a character that's a little more human. But you're looking at that guy going, you're not human.
Mm-hmm.
All that training montage where he's doing the pelvic lifts, like, that's just not human anymore. It's something altogether different to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so what this does, and that vulnerability, is something we didn't get also with Bond, right? Like this, that there is no consequence to his actions.
I tried to sell it, but you weren't having any
And
of
so
it.
now that we have 5 movies later, we're finally seeing some of the consequences to not blocking, or something as simple as that.
Exactly.
All the nitpicks, if you can call them that we would call out throughout the whole 5 movies. This isn't about boxing. The guy's just standing there getting his head beat in. It's nice that the choice was made to make that the focal point, at least to the character, if not the movie itself.
Mm-hmm.
And it further establishes that relationship with Adrian as being a loving one and supportive one.
It really was.
Get to a doctor. I don't want a doctor. Just get me home.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it. Kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like their relationship.
And he does say, well, I just take me home, Mick. A little slip of the tongue.
It happens. Happened to me the other day.
But obviously is going to introduce a character that we haven't seen for a couple of movies.
I called my wife Terry the other day.
She loved that, I'm
yeah.
sure.
Can you make me a sandwich, Terry?
Yeah. Watch out for the gun.
Tommy.
Yeah. So we're off the plane.
We are.
Talk to me about this, because there's a math problem that you might have a problem with.
Oh, I can only imagine you're talking about the child.
The child.
Couldn't remember
Okay.
how old he was last movie. I know that these movies follow up each other very quickly.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the kid in the last one. But I'm assuming that he's a little bit older than he should be, almost like soap opera level.
I would say
They come back for the summer and they've aged 12 years.
It's at least 5 years older.
That happened
I
to
would
Nick
say.
Newman in Young and the Restless,
Oh, of course.
if you recall.
Sure.
I know you
But
watched it.
But it was absolutely. I was
All
a
right.
big Victoria Newman fan. Yeah.
Because I couldn't remember, I'm like, okay, it's
Safe. You're good.
I have to let it slide because I couldn't recall.
Sure. The way
But
to
now
me,
you mention it,
yeah,
I'm out.
It's at least
I'm done. This movie's stupid.
it's at least 5 years. I would say that he's aged.
Oh god.
Obviously, the movie is 5 years later, but
Uh-huh.
so it's like it's aging towards the real time, but not the movie time. Because if you really factor it in, my bigger issue with that is what's more noticeable to me, more than the age, which is obvious, is the reaction and the questions and the interactions that everybody's having. Because he's coming back, Rocky is. He's coming off the plane and he says, "Oh, how have you been? How's the studies?"
How long was he in Russia?
He fought Drago
Was he fighting the war?
on Christmas Day.
Uh-huh. And what day is it now?
Well, he's still got the black eyes and whatever, and he wants to go home. And this movie begins
March,
at the very end of the fight. So how long later than that, after he's shaking in the shower,
That's a long flight.
is he landing?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's months. Why,
Either way.
why is Paulie
It's
signing
not
off
5
power of
years.
attorney? He's been gone for a month. Like, how long? What are we talking about here? If I had to nitpick, and as you know, I like this movie generally. We'll get into the things I like about it. But fundamentally, I was just like, ooh, this is ugly.
It loses perfect status already.
It can't be.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you have a problem with the age, but as long as you don't have a problem with the sage. There you go. I'll leave
Well
that,
done.
I'll leave that there.
Well done. Do you have a problem with the sage? Let's talk about him. Generally speaking, we don't have to get specific over the scenes.
The only issue I have with him throughout the whole movie is his choice of earrings.
Earring.
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it just didn't age well.
Yeah. Very 90s, this movie, like very
Yeah.
1990. Yeah,
But-
questionable.
But what didn't age poorly was the soundtrack in the form of the orchestra,
Oh yes,
like
yes,
outside the
yes.
plane there.
Yep.
That was nice.
Yeah, nice
I
touch,
saw
eh?
a tuba. I like some tuba.
That's your old.
I like the brass.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the woodwinds better though. I like it all. I like the strings.
You're not gonna.
I like piano. Give me some John Tesh. I'll take it all. I'll take it all.
You'll take a Kenny G on the clarinet. You'll take a John Tesh on the piano.
Yeah. As long as it's not you on vocals. No offense.
That's totally fair.
And also, we find out that Sage made the honor roll.
Yeah.
So
Because apparently Rocky's been gone for 6 months. I don't understand.
Maybe this is a completely different flight. Maybe he took a trip to the Bahamas.
Well, he's got the black eyes.
Maybe he got in a fight on the
On the
streets.
plane?
That could be a different set of black eyes.
Sure.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't
The
know.
movie doesn't answer the questions.
Well, let's not make up assumptions. All we do know is his wife became fluent in vodka.
Yeah, that's a funny line.
This is what we have, like an interview, right?
Press conference.
Which this series is known
yeah.
to dabble in.
Absolutely. Press conferences all throughout. Apollo Creed was all about the press
He
conferences.
was. But we have a different character
Yep.
showing up in this one.
The introduction of
Washington Duke?
George Washington
George
Duke.
Washington Duke.
Only in America.
Yes, he is somebody we've seen on TV.
Yeah, Richard Gant.
Richard Gant. Thank you. Richard Gant.
Yeah.
Seinfeld, yes, there's 2 Seinfeld people in this one.
Okay.
So think about that, and when it comes to the second one, I hope you'll get it.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
I'm giving you time.
We're going to see him eventually, maybe a couple years down the road, in Friday the 13th, Part 9.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Jason Goes to Hell.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
family film.
that movie's good enough for Gant. It's good enough for me. But these conferences of the press always lend to some funny lines.
Yep.
And I will say, and I'm assuming it's Sylvester writing it,
Yep. Yep.
but he's got some good lines. And sometimes it's simple as the flight was nice.
Yeah.
You know, I just love how he deflects, and I love how he's not very smart,
Yes. Yeah.
but in a nice, charming, funny way.
I think
You know?
this movie.
I don't think he's stupid, but
I think this movie kind of leans a little too heavily on
he's aware of it.
you're dumb.
Yeah, okay.
And I think only in relationship to the first movie, there's a lot of this, like, you're just a guy, I don't know how to talk so
We
good.
reset too much.
It's almost like
Yeah.
too far, because in Rockies 3 and 4,
Yeah, your IQ shouldn't go back. Well, I mean, if you take a few hits in the head.
sure, and I think that's
Maybe.
what they're trying to do. I think it's a little heavy. Like, I
Okay.
think they lean a little too far into it. But I agree, he's just trying to, like, keep things
Yeah.
on point.
And Duke wants a fight.
Wants the next fight.
He's about the money. These guys are,
Yeah.
jerks.
Did you recognize the
The true
character of Washington Duke? Like, kind of who that is representing?
The guy with the hair.
That's right.
King?
Don King.
Don
you're right.
King.
Yeah.
It's getting mixed up with Luther King. Martin. That's somebody else.
Different guy.
Different guy.
Less.
Advocating for something else.
That's right.
Than,
Yes,
than
yes.
fighting. Yeah, I guess I can see that comparison.
Yeah, it's especially in 1990, right? This is peak Tyson, peak
Okay. Lines up.
So there's elements obviously in this character, but I think that's you and I being of this age. I don't know if anybody else would recognize that as being
Yeah.
Don King, this impresario kind of promoter guy.
But just even forgetting about King, this guy's like almost a parody of himself.
Yes,
Like, and it's fun to watch.
Absolutely.
I love the energy.
it's great energy,
good lines.
I think he's very charismatic,
Yeah.
and you're kind of like, yeah,
Yeah, you want that good supporting cast. If you're
Absolutely.
making a movie that's obviously part of sequel upon sequel, you're gonna need some other people to step up.
totally,
right?
Well, I mean, we just watched Bond, right? There's nobody else in that movie that I personally
Yeah.
myself found interesting or compelling. Or
yeah.
whatever.
If M's your number 2,
Yeah.
you got a problem. She's
In-
great.
In Casino Royale, there were I
Yeah.
like what Eva Green's doing.
Mathis.
I like even what Mathis is doing in the early stages. I like Jeffrey Wright. I like these characters, what they're bringing to the table. And in Quantum of Solace, there's nobody
Yeah.
that I found interesting. So yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, it's important.
And especially that it's a new person coming in rather than relying on Adrian or relying on Paulie or whatever else to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
Madame Dupont.
Madame Dupont. We all have one.
We've talked about this recently. I never really had a good-looking teacher.
I've had good-looking teachers, not with that bosom that
That voluptuous?
that at least was portrayed in that picture.
Yes.
But what's hilarious about this scene, and this is Rocky with his son. He likes to draw, and it's cool. That's cool. And he's drawn this woman with big breasts.
Yep.
And it's always a French teacher.
Yeah, sure.
Looks
I
like
went to
this.
French immersion, so I had a lot of French
Yeah,
teachers.
he did. Yeah. but nothing quite with this look. But the best line, and I think in this one was, he doesn't want his mom to see this, and she's like, "Don't take it to your mom. She doesn't understand French too much."
Yeah.
And that's just because it's the French teacher. It makes no sense.
No sense, really.
But it's funny.
Exactly.
It's funny.
But it's also like believable, right? Like like she don't understand French too good.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
kind
too
of
good,
like a
that's
Rocky
right.
line.
Yeah. I said
And
too much. It's too good.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
contextually, it's like that's perfect. It's like perfect what he would say.
I enjoy the way he speaks. Like, we was fishing.
Yep.
The
Yep.
was instead of the were.
Yep.
He does say violate you like a parking meter to his lovely wife. So they still have that sort of
playful.
Yep. Which is nice. I don't know what that means necessarily.
Yeah. I don't drive, as you know. So.
Well, I don't have any parking tickets. Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Well, it's not like a luck thing.
Yeah.
If you just follow the rules of parking, you'll never get a parking ticket.
That's true.
If you're knocking on wood, tells me you're not parking where you're supposed to. You're just not getting caught.
I mean, maybe so. But we do catch Paulie with a bad haircut.
Paulie with a bad haircut.
He's got a bit of a ponytail. Not a good look for him.
Paulie has been a problem since day one with this franchise.
Yes.
They keep bringing him along, but my goodness, he really screws up here.
Now, when I was doing a little bit of my research, which I've been doing for our podcast, Phil, a lot of people had issues with how the money was taken away.
Yes.
And that's at this point in this movie.
Yes.
We hear an argument between
Paulie and Adrian.
Yes, Paulie and Adrian, who are siblings.
That's right.
Now, let's not forget that.
No.
They're related.
That's why he keeps being around.
I suppose so. And he was in charge of hiring the accountant.
He thought he was doing good business.
He thought he was. And he feels like he's getting a bad rap here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but their accountant basically took all their money.
Basically. He gave
More or
them
less.
power of attorney, signed a piece of paper. They're good.
So a lot of people thought this was a cop-out of how they lost the money that quickly.
100%.
I didn't mind it. I had no real issue with it. We need to have these people broke. That's what we need.
The movie happens because they're broke, for sure.
Yeah. So I was oddly the one out that's
such a weird
I
choice
know.
for you. This feels like this is Dave territory.
I pick and choose.
Yeah.
I pick and choose.
Yeah, I think it is contrivance. It didn't really bump on it when I was younger.
Because I usually bring up contrivance.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm right at the front of the line there.
This doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
I totally
Bullshit.
get it. Yeah, I don't love it.
I loved it.
But I think it's
Makes
perfectly
sense.
viable.
Accountants do it all the time.
Totally.
My wife's
Accountants are
an
the
accountant.
worst.
She's taking money from me all the time.
That's right. You're going to the Cayman Islands all of a sudden.
And this is the biggest argument I read was, why would Rocky give Paulie any sort of power over the money? And I always thought Rocky's a little naive.
Rocky is naive.
He's not the smartest guy. So just because he rose to stardom doesn't mean
he never got the education, you assume.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what to do with this.
Sure.
And a lot of people don't when they have run this money.
Absolutely.
Look at Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Sure.
Even Passenger 57 fucked up. I don't know. Now we're at PG-13. Leave it there.
You get one.
Anyways.
I mean, it's because the theme of the movie is, and we saw it already in part 4, right? When Apollo and he are having those conversations, which I really liked, if you recall, in talking about, too bad we got to get old. We can't be like that no more.
You love that stuff.
And the argument of Rocky and Apollo being like, we're warriors, and where do we go when there is no war to fight? I have problems. I have to fight. That's just the answer. Like, that's how I solved my problems when I was a kid. It's how I solved my problems when I was older in my career, my profession.
Worked out well, generally.
And it ended up working well. But, like, when we meet him, he's a street thug, right? He's a thumb breaker for a loan shark. Like, he handles things with violence. So the idea that he is arguing with Adrian, this is how I solve things.
Some people break fingers, some people suck on them.
That's right. Exactly. And I think that's telling of the character and a perfectly logical place for this character to be after part 4. Like we talked about, this movie is much maligned for a lot of things, and I think it does some things pretty wrong. I think it cohesively connects all the dots. Like, I don't think it's taking too many leaps. There's a couple, like how they lose the money obviously is a bit of a leap.
But if that's your biggest leap,
that's the thing. But it makes sense to me that the character in 4, older, a little broken down, gets pushed too far and doesn't know what to do with himself. That's the sort of impetus for this movie. And I think that part, it's handled very well. And it starts here.
I gave it a check mark.
Perfect. There you go.
Right
Who didn't get the check mark, however, was Rocky's doctor.
No, he did not get a passing grade to fight.
Did not get a passing grade.
No.
So basically they tell him he sustained brain damage.
Oh, yes. The bra salesman tells him that.
Of course. And this, to me, is one of Stallone's better moments in the movie. performance-wise.
Well, all right, let's hear it. Why?
When he gets the news that he has to retire, the face he makes and the sort of the
battle within.
Battle within. You can feel that happening.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you caught on that.
I did, yeah.
But seeing that and him saying, like, this isn't where I retire. I don't retire in some room in some doctor's office. Like, I'm a fighter. Like, he can't figure out, partly because he's dumb, but also...
what else do you do? What else do you know?
This is all I've ever done. I can't sing or dance.
You work at a slaughterhouse?
Exactly.
He doesn't do commercials.
Can't do commercials.
He's tried.
Right. So he's tried to not be a fighter, and every time he goes back to it, because that's who he is and what he is, which is established in 4 and obviously before. So...
Wasn't that a big part of 2?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, Adrian was trying to get him to retire. His eye wasn't working.
I've seen it.
Right, and that's why he did the commercials. But he's like, I got nothing left if not for fighting. And so I thought it's a really powerful scene.
Well, I know what I do when my accountant's taking my money, aka my wife, is I have a garage sale.
Oh, yeah.
I got to sell those DVDs.
Sell them DVDs.
I'm going to have to start selling the Blu-rays soon. It's getting...
She keeps taking them.
I'm telling you, it's getting a little touch and go down there in the basement. All my good stuff. But here we go up to the attic.
Sure.
And we open up a box labeled Rocky 1. Because it has...
Why would you call it Rocky 1, David?
Glad you asked, Phil. He's got the jacket from Rocky, the original.
Oh, yes.
Her glasses. Her glasses.
Yep.
And I'm thinking these are just props from the first Rocky.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was
sure. The
nice.
hat, the ball,
yes,
even,
the hat,
right?
Yeah.
The whole thing.
The whole little coot and caboodle.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like it, but it is definitely like, if you didn't already remember or think that we were going back to the beginning, we're going to go back
just
to the beginning.
Just to be clear, folks.
To be clear.
But yeah, they got to auction basically a lot of their stuff off, which includes things like motorcycles.
Yeah, did you recognize the motorcycle? Rocky 3, if you recall. He throws when he's
he's
frustrated at his life and feels the weight of his celebrity, he throws the...
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah.
You find the nearest statue.
It was a skidoo, though. We're in Canada. We have skidoos.
That's right.
Now, if you recall, Philadelphia has an L.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
When I first watched this movie, I'm like, what are you, Chicago?
Uh-huh.
This isn't Chicago. Then I realized even Tommy Lee knew Philadelphia had an L, too. And if I know Philadelphia, they have some good bars.
Yeah. Top of which, Andy's. Everyone knows Andy's.
There's an Andy's bar in every town.
Absolutely. Yeah. But that's the Andy's bar from the first one where we meet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Little Marie, if you recall.
Vaguely.
Yeah, sure.
Vaguely. There's certain
Paulie's trying to comb his hair in that little corner of the mirror.
There's certain scenes and sets that I remember. I remember more the gym than this one. But
well, this corner is pretty iconic in the lore, obviously, because we've got the bar.
Was his brother?
He's singing on the street corner.
Yeah.
Which that song, if you remember, comes back later in the form of a kind of hip hop version of do 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 do. It's coming and playing out. So it's been kind of through line all throughout as well.
There you go.
But this little area, we've got the bar, we've got Mickey's gym, and we've got the pet shop all in that same spot.
I remember a fish.
Exactly. So he's going right back to the roots where it all kind of began for him.
Literally. Yeah.
Staring at old Mick up on the mural there.
Oh, yes. He has a bit of a memory.
That's right. So it goes in. And
it's nice.
Yeah, it's dusty and old and broken down, but he's having a nice little moment thinking about
Mickey
and then kind of, again,
and the words that came out of his mouth.
That's right.
The inspirations,
Yeah. Let's just talk Burgess Meredith. He's been gone since Rocky 3.
Yes.
He's had a bit of resurgence at this time in his life. He was doing Grumpy Old Men.
Oh, yeah.
He's hilarious in that movie. But I think the speech is really good.
Oh, it's solid, yeah.
When he's like really excited, and he's like, I see in you, I live again. People die because they got nothing to live for.
This scene, to me, we talk about, this dragged on or whatever. This was the perfect length.
And we talked about editing last movie, so this
had the right
perfectly
amount of time spent with Mickey.
Great.
You don't want too much Mickey.
No, that's fair.
You want maybe drink a Mickey. But no, I thought it was well shot. I like the color. Or lack of color, almost black and white.
That same monochromatic blue kind of thing. Yeah,
it's nice just to let us know that he's not really there.
That's right. And I like the messaging, talking about how nature is smarter than people think. It takes away everything you love, everything you care for goes.
What are you left with?
What are you left with? It's better than a Rocky movie, and I think the movie doesn't necessarily handle that super duper well. Like, it's not like some big existential conversation starter. Even in the mentioning of it tells me the movie's at least thinking more about these things than you're maybe seeing in the movie.
Yeah, I would say it elevates a little bit.
Yeah.
You need everything you can to elevate this type of movie.
It's the fifth movie, right?
Yeah,
so what can you bring to the table?
Yeah.
Mortality, talking about these sort of deeper themes, I think is better than... I love 4, as I told you. I just love the energy of that.
You did.
but it's not. It's fluff, right? Like it's a
Yes.
superhero. It's an action movie. It's the arcade version,
Exactly.
right? And
a
this
little bit more hearty.
is just giving a little bit more meat to it, I think.
Yeah, it's good soup.
That's
like a
right.
hearty soup.
That's right.
But if you drink too much soup, you get tooth decay. And he's referring to basically the neighborhood. Things are like shutting down, I guess.
Yeah.
Just not as alive.
Yeah. Sure. Some of
know,
those. Yeah.
Bytown or downtown.
Totally.
Here in Ottawa, always hear about things closing up. I don't care because I don't go down there.
No.
But,
no. Don't leave Vanier. You're not allowed out of the house.
But someone who does go out when the sun is down is Tommy Gunn.
Absolutely.
Now, he's the other character that will be introduced into this movie that's going to have to carry some of the weight.
Yep.
Does he? We'll find
We'll
out.
find
We'll
out.
find out. We're not going
Totally.
to tell you now. No, he doesn't. But before this Tommy Gunn guy, who seems to be a fan of Rocky.
He's very excited to meet him. He's kind
Yeah,
of trying to
an
kind
idol.
of get his attention. He's trying to work him out or whatever
Yeah.
else. But before it gets too far down the line,
the guy of the worst timing awards.
yeah, or the best timing,
Perhaps.
depending on your
That's true.
agenda.
Yeah, George Washington Duke the First.
That's right. Yes. And he keeps pressuring him to
really
gotta get
wants
in the
him to
ring,
fight.
gotta get in the ring, gotta
Yeah.
get in the ring.
He wants him in the ring.
That's it. But who doesn't want him in the ring?
Everybody else.
Particularly Adrian.
Yes, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
And she kind of races across the street
oh yeah,
because she's at the pet shop.
of course, her old
And
job.
Rocky has no idea that he's working.
Not
that
impressed.
She's working there. I'm very
Not
unimpressed.
Yeah.
I gotta do it. You don't gotta do it.
Yeah.
And she's like, but I want to be near you. I want to, this kind of stuff. It's really
Nice.
cute.
Yes.
But he says like he's done. He's retired. Fuck off.
Yeah. He can't get a note from the doctor. So.
That's right. Can't get
He
licensed.
doesn't want people to know that, though.
No.
We learned that Twain is a painter.
Yeah, that's right.
That's got to get in there.
That's right. And we do have just a line I really love, which is
From who?
from Rocky.
Okay. I got one from Duke.
Okay.
You go first with Rocky.
Well, after it's all said and done, Duke goes and everyone's kind of departed. And he shouts out to Adrian over the sound of the yell, "Did we ever leave this place?"
Yeah.
And she kind of smiles, "I don't know." And there's a little bit of,
It's interesting. It's an interesting.
it's just conceptually, again, I lived in Vancouver for a decade and I came back and there would have been a little like, did I ever leave?
That's 10 years. for
10
people
years.
that don't
Tough
know.
to say
Yeah.
if I ever really left it. You know what I mean? And there was something almost nostalgic and misty-eyed about that, I thought.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Did you,
Never felt that.
what was your,
I'm boarded up in Vanier. I liked the Duke line because I could relate to it by having no money. You have something about putting your hand in your pocket and just feeling your leg.
oh, yeah.
Because you got no money in
yeah.
there.
Sure.
And
He
that's
makes
what
a compelling case.
He really does. I'm back in the ring.
Like, I mean, obviously taking away the brain damage and stuff, but you make the case of sort of like, we'll get you the money.
Yeah.
You don't want to live like
Well,
this.
He's motivated by the
Of
money,
course.
of course.
He gets a
That's-
piece for sure.
He gets a big piece.
Yeah. But a compelling case.
Absolutely. Philip, I want to take you back to high school, if you don't mind. I know you had
I
some-
do mind. I hated high school.
Well, I thought those were your glory days.
No.
Yeah, me either. Me neither. Me either. Whatever. But one thing I was pretty fortunate in, though, I didn't really get in a lot of fights.
Not a lot of fights or any fights?
I think they said they want me to fight this other guy.
Oh.
He was just like a I hate to say it.
Did you let it go in Tokyo?
I don't know why they want me to fight him. Just because probably he's the only guy I could beat.
Sure.
So we sparred a bit, but I don't think anything really
Slap fight?
came of it. Yeah. But luckily, I wasn't really a target.
Okay.
Fortunately, you, I imagine, were.
Once in my life for sure.
You were tubby.
Yeah. This guy, Johnny Dunn.
Not Tommy
Not
Gunn,
Tommy
but Johnny
Gunn,
Dunn.
Johnny Dunn.
Wow.
It was like a criminal.
Really?
I mean, it just had that vibe. I don't know. If
Oh,
he
he's probably
really
doing
was.
time.
Probably. But I called him a goof at one point because he was,
Ooh.
and apparently that means something more than I thought it did.
Yeah, not anymore it does, but back then,
Yeah. So,
yeah, you gotta be careful with that word.
and all day he was just like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you, man."
you call me a goof.
Yeah, he did. It was like slamming his desk. All right, and I was like, I don't know what to do in those moments, so I just laugh, which
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
help anything.
No.
But like my instinct is just like,
No,
what?
He's gonna pummel you.
Yeah, it never happened.
Didn't take, eh?
obviously, never. No, because people are cowards often, and
Yeah.
I was charming, beguiling.
Oh, yeah, still are.
But yeah, it never materialized. But there was that one day where I thought this could happen.
So did you or did you not ever lose a jacket then?
No. I luckily never had a problem.
Lunch money?
Never.
Okay.
Look at me. Do you think I lost my lunch money?
Well, little Rocky Jr. here. What's his name? Roberts, right?
Yeah.
Roberts.
Yeah.
He got ruffled up.
Yeah. I don't really think this kid is too good an actor. And he's young. I
How do
don't
you-
like kid actors.
Yeah, and I
Generally.
question how he got the job. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he knows somebody.
He knows somebody.
I don't know if anybody would have done anything.
No,
better,
that's the
though.
thing.
Yeah,
I just think like
whatever.
this type of character is just function.
Yeah, I have different issues with it other than the actor.
Yeah, the character is a bigger problem for me, and the avenues that it takes in the story, I don't really love.
I agree.
It's a bit cheap, a little bit.
A little on the nose for me.
Yeah. So the kid's getting beat up, and Rocky's life is around beating people up and getting beat up.
Yeah.
So he goes and opens the gym to allow people to get better at beating
each
people
other up
or getting beat up.
It's a great sport.
It's fantastic. And I went through a boxing phase, as you know, because of Rocky, ultimately. Like I just
Kicked my ass on VR.
That's right. Absolutely. Rocky's decided to open the gym again.
Mm-hmm.
He was bequeathed that, if you recall, we find out in the doctor
That's
scene.
all he's got, really.
It's it.
Yeah.
It's actually the kids. It was left to him.
That's right.
So a Tommy gun comes back.
Yeah, go away, kid, man.
And he's really looking for some guidance and
Clearly,
some help.
yeah, a little needy for my liking.
Totally. If you get that kind of approach from this guy who's clearly excited and he's trying to talk to you before or whatever else, do you manage him? Do you get excited?
In this instance, not at all.
No.
I cannot stand Tommy Gunn.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, that's a bigger issue.
Yeah. Break it down.
Apparently, he's an actual boxer. Is
He
that
was
correct?
an actual boxer.
Tommy Morrison?
Tommy Morrison. You're right.
Okay. It's not the Tommy Gunn I know. I'll leave that there. Now, I know you're not supposed to like him too much.
Yes.
He's supposed to be under the shadow of Rocky. That's part of the plot. That's part of the movie. And I get that. But I think you can still have a better actor, better performance, a little bit more substance there. Because I do not like the character at all.
Yeah.
From minute one to the very end, I think it's the weakest link of the film.
Yeah.
And that says a lot considering I don't think the kid's very good either.
No, I think you're right, though.
Yeah, and like we talked about at the beginning and last movie, is you need that supporting cast as you get deeper
If
into
M
these
is your
movies.
number 2, right, then you're following.
Yeah,
following
Mickey's
short.
at our number 2. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Because he's dead.
Yeah.
So not a good first impression.
I agree. The thematic element that it opens up is necessary. That's your story. I get it. But all I do when I see a movie is want to feel things. So I want to feel the highs and the lows. And because of his introduction, I don't like you from minute one, like you're saying. He gets in the ring and he beats the crap out of this guy. He doesn't listen. So why is the instinct to then take that on? Other than he's good.
Manage? Man, I'm doing that. And I've managed.
Yeah, exactly. You're a manager.
Not anymore.
Man, I used to. Yeah. If I'm Rocky, this guy is already not listening to you. He's begging to be worked with, and now he's ignoring you. It's a little like this. And you get Paulie who's kind of pushing him, right? There's your go follow this guy's a rising ticket.
Yeah, you should always listen to Paulie.
And Paulie is a voice of reason here.
He's a drunk.
Yeah. So I think the performance of Tommy Morrison is the weakest link for sure. Thematically, I think it's important. I like what they do with the rise and fall of that relationship. But it's too short. It's too truncated.
Yeah.
I don't think he's introduced well enough to become the sympathetic guy that you're really hurt with what happens later. I never trusted him to begin with. So, of course, he's that. And that, I think, is a pacing, editing, story choices rather than performance.
How he's integrated into the story, I think, fails because
it's too quick in the family.
Oh, my God. That was terrible.
He's going to dinner right away, right?
Right away. I mean, I'm sure her cooking's great, and I'm sure you want to show it off.
Yeah.
But I don't even want my family over for dinner. You know, I'm just kidding. Dude, they're welcome anytime.
They just won't go because it's Vanya.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But going from I don't want to manage you, you don't listen, to quickly having you in for meatloaf.
Yeah.
Not a fan of that. I thought, I don't know if was it me?
No, you're bang on. Because this starts the fissure between Rocky and his son.
It all makes sense on
right?
paper.
And his dad ignores him in favor of this new toy, this Tommy thing. If you're writing it, you're like, yeah, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But this is where having a relatively inexperienced and not a great young actor, and then having a relatively inexperienced, not great fighter trying to carry the weight of those emotional scenes. And Stallone, who I'll admit is not a great actor, right? I like him a lot.
But he fits the role.
No, totally. Yeah. But some of that weight of those moments and those scenes, he's not your guy. He can do great work, but he's not a great actor, right? I can recognize that. And so
that takes a big man for you.
For some of those scenes that starts to get, I thought, or potentially really
Bruce could have done it.
Really interesting and like really kind of gut side of story, right? This relationship falling apart with his son.
You find that he falls a little short. I would agree. The moments he has with his sons, I couldn't.
Yeah.
quite get there.
That's it. And I want to get in because those are my favorite types of
Yeah.
stories, right? Fathers and sons. This is
Absolutely.
like
This is
the
your
dynamic
wheelhouse.
of that relationship and like how people
Absolutely.
relate to one another at young ages and older ages, and finding family that isn't your family, like in Tommy's case. Like there's material there that I think is really interesting. They just don't have the skill set, I think, to really elevate.
Yeah, and Tommy opens up, which is good.
Yes.
That you want to talk about it.
Yeah.
He feels comfortable to talk about
Totally.
it.
When he's at the table, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Like that conversation's okay.
It's when you invite him to live with you
Yeah. So soon.
so soon,
Yeah.
where I get the impression the kid's supposed to be living down there.
Yeah.
You're giving him the boot.
Yeah.
So all that was just way too much, way too obvious of what they're trying to do in the story. It was just wasn't done well.
Reminded me a little bit of
threaded.
Surviving Christmas, kicking the kid out of the basement, then out of the room. Then, if you remember, he ends up in the garage at one point.
I'd have to watch
love
it
it.
again.
Let's do
I'd have
it.
to watch it. Yeah.
Let's do it. Christmas
Well-
right around the corner. Speaking of Christmas, we got Father Carmine.
Yes.
He asks for the blessing because Tommy and Rocky are on their way to their first fight.
Best buddies now.
Yep.
Best buddies.
Home team.
Yeah. Home team. God. Yeah.
Such a silly catchphrase.
Laying it on a little bit thick.
Too thick. I agree. Too much too soon.
I'm not ready.
But we kind of get the repetition now. Okay, did you notice the kind of callback, if you will, to the first Rocky in this first fight?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is that wrong? Is that bad?
No, it's fine. But
Is it obvious?
The shot opens of Tommy's fight on sort of the Jesus mural, kind of pulling back to reveal the fight in this dingy church room. Right? You're a bum. You're right. All the guys. You got a cigarette at the beginning of the first movie. We're in the exact same setting
Gotcha.
here for this one.
The only thing I wrote down was a quote: "Explode all over this guy." It's good advice.
I thought.
Yeah.
We get a nice little montage though.
I wouldn't say it's little.
It's lengthy, sure.
Yeah.
But we get the rise of Tommy Gunn, and we kind of have the kid training.
Yeah. On a lesser level.
Of course. But you can see, like you're saying, right? Like there's these two people that are vying for Rocky's attention. As I said, this is the weakest story piece to me, is the relationship.
And it's too bad because it needs to rely on
Totally.
this. This
is the crux of the movie in many ways. The emotional center of the movie is this kid's place in the family, and Rocky able to disconnect enough from boxing to allow for the family life to happen.
The potatoes are good. The peas are good. The meat, past the due date.
Sure. It's pork probably.
That's a problem. That's a problem. To sort of top off all this montage, the kid obviously is getting stronger.
That's right. He's doing one-hand push-ups like the first movie.
Yeah. I can not do that. Wins a fight against Connolly.
Yes. Little Connolly.
Yeah, from Entourage fame.
Little E.
I just recognized him, and I said, I know you as an adult. I didn't know what I saw him in, but a recognizable face,
Sure.
which is always fun.
It's identical, really.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
He's aged gracefully.
Yeah.
And he's so excited that he beat Connolly, and that's good. He's a tough kid, Connolly.
Yep.
He runs home to Pops.
Runs to the gym.
The gym. Well, what's where Pops is.
Yeah. He's at home.
Yeah, whatever. But he's busy training, practicing with his new best friend, Tommy.
The machine gun.
The machine gun. He's like, basically doesn't have time for the kid.
Basically just ignores him. Hey, go tell your mom. That's great.
Yeah. So, yeah.
If I were a kid, I'd be pretty pissed off.
Yeah,
I'd be
absolutely.
like, fuck you. You're not paying attention to me.
He's a shitty dad.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
kids at that age that get ignored by their parents get into bad shit.
Look at you.
Look at me. But yeah, so like the kid's obviously going to find friends that are going to pay attention to him.
And bad earwear.
And bad earwear.
And this is all around your favorite time of year, Philip.
Absolutely.
Yes. Christmas time is near.
Yeah, like the first movie, they're dealing with Thanksgiving, Christmas time. This is happening. It's that time of year.
It's always the holidays.
And there's always a time of the year for Duke to be interfering in Tommy's world. He wants in now that he sees there's a potential to get to Rocky. We can use Tommy.
He wants to give Tommy a Christmas bonus. I think he gave like a $25,000 cash advance.
Yeah.
And a woman.
And a woman. Yeah, for sure.
Here's this woman. You just get to have her.
Yeah, the secondary montage isn't quite as interesting, let's say, but it is now.
Oh, I'd argue that.
You're watching. Well, I guess it's more interesting now that you mentioned it, pushing the story forward.
Yes.
Tommy's getting pissed off. He's getting frustrated. He's getting annoyed. There's elements of now. I have to tell you, I did
read the newspapers.
I
tried.
And I paused it, and there was an article, what appeared to be, I want to say, because it's 1990, I'm thinking it's about Miss Saigon. There's a little bit about Jonathan Pryce, coincidentally, who is in Miss Saigon, because they mention about Pryce is at issue with the Actors Union about something. I couldn't make it out exactly. And they talk about Macintosh's new play opening on Broadway, and Macintosh produced Miss Saigon with Jonathan Pryce. But I did pause to read that this article has nothing to do with.
I assumed you
Rocky.
had something to say.
It's just such a fascinating thing.
Yeah,
to
it's something.
But so we're watching this, and it's like Rocky is puppeteering the whole thing. It's Rocky's boy, which, again, if I am an up-and-comer, you want your own identity. I appreciate that Tommy would have this reaction.
Absolutely.
Of, I want to be my own person. And
this all makes sense on paper.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It just doesn't have the performance to get where it needs to go.
Translate.
Yeah. And then Paulie has the
what's
foresight
Paulie up to? Yeah.
has the foresight to say, there's your ship, buddy. It's sinking.
Yeah, he mumbles a few lines that some are actually significant.
Yeah, he calls in, basically calls him and says, like, it's over, Rock.
Yeah.
And Rocky is so caught up in it that he just doesn't want to see it. And Paulie needs basically one scene, a movie, to sort of justify his presence, because everything else he does most of the time is annoying.
Yeah.
But you give him a little bit of a good line or a couple of scenes, and you're like, I guess he'll come back next year.
It keeps him off the Francis list if he just has a couple good.
Just enough.
Just enough.
And so his awareness of that, I think, is enjoyable. This is where it's really my least favorite moment.
It's peaking.
It's nadir. It's the opposite of peaking. It's like bottoming out.
Okay.
Because this is a really emotional scene, or should be.
Supposed to be.
Yeah. On paper, it's like, okay, the real blow-off between father and son, kids fed up with being ignored, life is moving fast, Tommy's moved in, like all of this stuff. Oh, Tommy. And he just doesn't get there. You know me? You know me?
That's a good impression, by the way.
Right, and then Rocky, like, we were supposed to be a home team. We're supposed to be tight.
Okay, so it's not just me, because I
It's terrible.
connect to it. I thought,
It's
maybe
really bad.
I guess. And
This
I'm
is
like,
earring prime earring time too, which is really bad.
Yeah, it is. It's just dangling there.
Yeah, it's really bad.
That's funny.
But yeah, and his sort of like big closer. You remember all those times you were talking to me about deceptions? You're the one should have watched out as he storms away. Like a better actor, and again, it's a kid actor, so it's not his fault entirely. But that scene should have more weight to it, and it just feels so
Garbage.
bad. Yeah.
I like
Olga
that.
level.
I like that you're willing to admit when what's his real name? Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
Doesn't really give the best performance.
Certainly.
I'm a little bit.
You're a little yes.
Yeah, like
protective.
no, Bruce is killing it.
Yeah,
Bruce
yeah.
is great.
More protective. if
Cries
you will.
great. Really
Cries
feeling the
great.
emotion.
Yeah, right there on the
But
bridge.
then I feel like Bill Murray should have been in this movie because a lot of things get lost in translation.
And it's also, unfortunately, as a person that doesn't really enjoy awkward tension,
I thrive with it.
I find it awkward to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Paulie come down in his Santa suit,
Yo, yes,
and Rocky
yes.
be like, look, right, like
Oh,
it's all
God.
just like
Cringe.
yeah, and it's
Play
just,
along. You used to love this stuff.
yeah, and you're like, yeah, I'm 15, like,
Yeah.
like
Can you see the earring? Look
yeah,
at the earring.
I'm cool now, I'm punk.
I smoke cigarettes
That's
now.
right. It should be the big linchpin of that first half of the movie. It should be the turning point, and it just doesn't get there.
Real shame.
Yeah, and luckily Duke once again with perfect timing
Saves the scene. Yeah, absolutely. It's such great energy, Philip.
Yes, absolutely.
Rocky and his wife are talking on the street. Does that ring a bell with you?
Yeah, that is my favorite scene. I think it's the best scene in the movie. I think what happens before it is what makes that even better is the argument with Tommy in the car driving past, and he's talking about, I'm trying to save you from the vampire. He's like trying to paint Duke as this villain.
Saving him from
That's
Duke.
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Tommy's like, you're not Mick. That relationship isn't our relationship. He's going to give me the money. I've got the title shot already, yada, yada, yada. So you're building that piece up, and he storms away. Tommy, he drives off. He stops, and he does this, like, thumb to his forehead. He's got a headache.
I assumed he had a migraine.
Yeah. So it's obviously something to do with the brain damage, but we've only just seen this now. It's an hour and 10 minutes into the movie. It feels a little contrived. But the scene afterwards is I think, really powerful. Now, you know why I might like it. I'm curious what your thought of is before I dive too much into why I like it.
I think Adrian
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily have a lot to do in the movie.
I think she has more to do in this movie than she did in the previous
He
one.
didn't let
to
me
be honest.
finish.
I
He didn't let
apologize.
me finish.
Okay.
But in this movie, but in this particular scene, she's very good, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I think her delivery throughout this movie has been good, but this is a moment where I was actually able to finally connect
Okay.
to somebody delivering some heartfelt dialogue that I'm not getting from anybody else.
Sure.
So, I thought you would like it just because I just
Well, I'll tell you why. Don't get me wrong.
okay, just the way it's shot. Anyway,
Sure.
like you notice these little things, And it's very powerful. And she's more or less saying, you should be passing all this stuff on to your son.
Yeah.
Not to Tommy Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and we know that, but she's still able to send that message to him in a way that's delivered very cinematically, and a really packed a punch, ironically speaking.
Yeah, I think she's always been the only one that really gets to him, right? In Rocky 3, he's like, I can train now because you're there. In Rocky 4, the same.
She's
when she
what
shows
do you call
up.
that? She's a rock.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Eh?
It's that relationship, right? In part 2, when she awakens from the coma, which is terrible, but she's always that sort of voice in the movie that pushes the next level. And I agree. I think in this one she's got more of a part because she's fighting the doctors more often. She's fighting with Paulie more.
Well, she's not in a coma half of it.
Yeah, that's right. She got more stuff going on. But yeah, I think they're both phenomenal in this moment. I think she steps up because that's, she's a great actor and the material she's got is really good. But I think Stallone meets her and even exceeds at times because he gets to express in a way that he doesn't usually in these movies that vulnerability. I don't want this. I fought my whole life. I got beat up forever. I'm fucking brain damaged at this point. He's like, my life is this. And I didn't want this. I didn't do all of what we did to be here. Back exactly where we were 15 years ago.
Yeah, it's funny.
Right? It's miserable, right? So it's a reminder, no matter how big you got, you're still the piece of garbage.
With more brain damage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For nothing.
And I agree with you, actually, that you mentioned. I do want to give credit to Stallone. I'm not a big Stallone guy, but this scene did feel very organic. And between the two of them, I think this was probably when his performance was also peaking.
Totally. I just love it. I just think it's such a really great emotional moment for these characters, and that with people that can deliver it.
I would say it's the best scene.
I would put it in that category.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about it too much is the resolution with his son happens.
Oh my God.
2 minutes later.
And it resolves pretty quickly.
Yeah. It's just like, it's going to be okay. Oh, okay.
All right, good.
And I guess when you're a young kid, I'm trying not to be cynical about it. If I'm a 15-year-old kid and my dad says I'm going to pay attention to you now, and we're going to, I want that. I wanted that the whole time, right?
You're admitting your wrongdoing. And
yeah. So I can appreciate a kid is not going to be
yeah, not going to hold a grudge
necessarily.
Yeah, maybe.
That's an older person cynical thing, I think.
Yeah, but still sucked.
The scene still sucked, and I think the performance didn't help.
Yeah.
But conceptually, it's I get why they got back together, but stylistically and structurally, it's a little convenient.
It's nice to see him smoking, though. I like a kid smoking.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Tell them to watch 60 Minutes.
Yeah. They only knew. They only knew. Well, Phil, if we can move away from the family of it all.
Back to where the real story is.
Exactly. Get back in the ring with the Clone Ranger.
Oh, nailed it.
They said it, not me.
Yeah, well, I'm going to pretend.
But I wrote it down.
Yep.
I remembered. I listened.
Yeah, Rocky's puppet.
So Tommy Gunn, he's doing pretty well.
Yeah, he's on the high.
He's rocking it. He's beating somebody up.
Yeah, he's creating the other guy.
Ultimately wins.
Correct.
So I'm not sure if
pretty
you knew
quickly.
that.
This isn't a big, huge montage fight like we've seen in other movies.
Yeah, we don't have time to spend too much, I think, on the fight. Let's be real here. There's more to come that has to be sort of taken care of. But it does lead to arguably the second best scene.
Yes, I would say, yeah. If you're
Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I getting it?
I think so.
I'm
It's certainly in my list.
I'm getting inside your
We're
head.
in sync here. Yeah. You were talking about the punching bag. The Rocky watching the fight.
It was what's the word? The rhythm
of
it was perfectly timed between the actual fight and every time he hits the bag.
You love the editing.
It was really well edited.
Yeah.
Paulie's there too, watching TV.
They're just watching it.
Yeah, small screen.
The kids, both of them, Adrian, everybody.
16-inch TV, give or take.
Yeah, most of them, I think they have.
Oh yeah, definitely 9.2.
Yeah, I think it's another extension of that great scene because you get to feel Rocky's.
He's in the ring almost, right? He's living out.
And he says that, right? When I was managing Tommy, it was like I was winning again.
Yeah.
It was like I was back in that ring, and he can't be.
And it's a good situation if you can feel that and not risk further brain damage, make a little money even as a manager. It's not a bad situation.
Totally. It's not too much, not overwrought. It's not a lot to it, but it's subtle. And Stallone showing me, anyway, that he's delivering the passion that he feels in the ring. He gets it outside. And to your point, if you can find that, thread that needle, you get to still connect those dots. It's part of why I tried to write movies. I tried to make movies with friends, and there's a reason I talk about them. It gives me the same kind of passion.
You're a passionate guy.
Without the skill set to make one myself. So Rocky can't fight anymore, but he can live vicariously. And I think that's important.
Unfortunately, Tommy,
He doesn't get it.
he takes the wind out of the sails.
Yep.
I don't know if they got, what's a suiting term, I think?
Yeah, Rocky's expecting a little something, a little cheese.
Yeah. End of the fight, and he thanks
The man that got him there.
the guy that gave a woman and $25,000, probably some cigars, maybe. But George Washington Duke, what a weird name, by the way. GWD.
Yep.
If I got that right. Rocky doesn't overreact. He obviously, it's affected him, but he's kind of keeping it a little on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
But it's noted
Totally.
that he's not impressed. But I get the sense that he'll get over it, whatever. But
He's a little heartbroken, I think.
he doesn't want to show it.
It's subtle. Like it's not.
I heard it, but I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
It's not sinking in.
It's a quiet moment from an actor. Again, not great, but when he gets the opportunities, he can deliver more than he does.
He has moments.
That's right.
I've seen Cliffhanger, buddy. He can bring it. He hangs with the best of them.
That's right. He put him on a hill with Lithgow.
Oh,
my gosh.
jeez, look out.
Watch out.
Now, the press conferences without Rocky or Creed, frankly, aren't as good.
Fair. You didn't like this one too much.
Not particularly.
Same journalist from the beginning, waving his notepad. You know, strangely.
He's an idiot.
You're no Rocky Balboa. Yeah, it's pisses him off though.
It did.
And Duke's not getting his back, so there's friction there because
you
can't
beat the journalists.
And it's transactional.
Tommy's getting a little irritated.
Yeah, he's furious at this point.
Yeah.
Throws the belt down the stairs.
Yeah. Even your own guys, like, come on.
Yeah. But Duke's got a plan.
Duke's got plans and ways of delivering words.
Yeah.
In a way.
Very talented.
Yeah.
Very talented. And he says, Tommy, the only way to get out of Rocky's shadow is you got to beat him.
In the ring.
Get him in the ring.
Only place you can do it.
And how do you do it? You got a dog.
That's good.
And so their solution is to go to Andy's bar.
Of course.
And punch Paulie in the face.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, though, before we get to, because we're getting in the last little bit here.
Sure.
Did you ever think at one point when you originally saw this movie, this is going to take you back, that they were actually going to fight in the ring?
No.
Okay. I'm like, at this point, it's too late.
That's the thing. I
just paused. How much time? No, okay, that's not going to happen.
I didn't know that it was too late. Like, obviously, I mean, I had it on VHS, but we didn't have the timeline at that point.
Yeah.
But there was definitely like this sort of, I could not imagine, even at 10 or 11 years old when I saw it, that there would be another fight
in the ring.
It just struck me as not. Plus, I think I had seen the trailer, and the trailer has that great line, "You knocked him down. Why don't you try knocking me down? Or my ring's outside." So you're like, okay, this is going to end in this. I didn't love the idea that it was going to end in a street brawl.
Yeah, you don't like street ball.
I'm on the record.
Street balls, street brawls.
Yeah, it just feels not Rocky-ish. Whereas up until now, as a character, most of everything I've seen is very on character to me across the board. Paulie sucks, right? Adrian's being the heart of the movie.
The Rock.
The Rock, if you will. Rocky is kind and like affable kind of guy who's trying to get by.
Shitty dad, yeah.
A little bit. But ending in a street fight doesn't feel Rocky character, because he wasn't a street fighter in the beginning of the movie.
Not enough gadgets?
I don't know. It's trying to be different, and there's nothing wrong with that.
What's wrong with that?
I just think
a little bit of growth. We're number 5 here.
It's not how I wanted the movie to end.
I'm sorry to hear that. I thought it was pretty good.
Okay, that's fine.
And honestly, I was wearing a little bit thin with this movie at this point.
Okay.
What's up in between? Because,
pacing? Kind of done with it?
Yeah, just because slowing down a little bit. And again, anytime the weaker actors spent too much time on the screen, I was like, okay, we got to get Duke back on here or something.
That's how I think people feel when listening to us.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But I didn't mind this battle. I thought it was well choreographed.
Sure. I think executed it was okay. This is not how I wanted the movie to end.
I'm sorry to hear it. Because this is how it's going to end.
Yeah. I will say, this is a little personal story.
Ooh.
But bizarrely, I cried when I watched this last moments.
Recently?
Yeah, like this time.
Oh. That's pathetic.
When Rocky gets knocked down on the ground and he's...
The first time?
The long time.
Yeah, the first time. Yeah.
And he's out of it, and we're cutting to flashes of Mickey.
Yeah, okay, I know exactly what
you're talking about. Fight this guy hard. the blood coming down his face. Like he's basically like, this is the end. And you hear Mickey, one more round. I didn't hear no bell. Get up, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, Mickey
'Cause
got
Mickey
you,
loves
eh?
you.
Yeah.
And the music swells and his face comes up. I think it's really beautiful and well staged and structured. But when my mother was dying, for whatever reason, this movie was in my head a lot. And there was just that last little bit. And there was this feeling as it was happening that it was like, one more round, get up.
Yes.
Because Mickey loves you, like this kind of thing. And like, I didn't hear a bell. Like, it's not fucking over. And for whatever reason, all of those thoughts and emotions got linked to this one
memory burn.
Tail end of one Rocky fucking movie.
It's interesting how that works sometimes.
That it was 1990. She died in 2001 or 2002. Sorry, it's not it's not even like it was close. You know what I mean? Like, so I have no explanation, but everything about literally the day that she was dying was replaying in my head. Was one more round, get up. It was just really strange.
Sometimes the words just click in to your brain somehow, into a memory that somehow connects to that.
It's just like such a throwaway scene in a movie that isn't that good. Like, it's, I like it.
Now. Let me ask you a personal question. Do you enjoy feeling that sometimes?
Of course.
Okay.
That's ultimately why
it's sad, but
it's
sometimes being sad is
100%.
Just feeling something is
absolutely. It's also connected
alive,
to it's the saddest moment, but it puts me back into a space where a little bit she was still alive, however brief that was going to be. Like, there's this weird thing about that.
Just a moment in time.
It's a moment, yeah. And I watch movies to feel things, right? We've talked about this before. This is the difference between you and I in many ways.
I secretly do that.
I think you try to feel things, right? Like, I think you've said you've struggled to feel the things.
Sometimes. The issue, like we talked about before, I used to.
Yes.
But it was associated with the
drinking.
alcohol. It's like chasing... that first heroin high?
Sure, yeah.
I don't even bother chasing it now, but I just
shut it down.
It's really hard to get there.
Yeah.
Monk was the last time.
True. You fucking
he made fun of me. I don't know. But it's like, what? That gotcha.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a little like this. If I wasn't such an emotional person and I told you Rocky 5 is the thing that made me cry today, like, what are you talking about? So Monk would probably is reason why, where it's like we've watched what I thought were like these really powerful, emotional movies.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Monk.
No, give me Monk. I think it's beautiful, but it is a little like, really? That's the one?
Was it, buddy?
Yeah, it's kind of fascinating.
That is a great scene, though. And I thought from a filmatic point of view, like it kind of him rising back up. It was good. I don't like the fact that he's dumb enough to turn his back a second time because that's the only way Tommy even had a shot. Was the low blows from behind. Otherwise, this is...
It's a no-brainer.
This is Rockies all the way, but it's a good fight. It's a good fight, and I'm glad Tommy got his head wrung.
Yeah, absolutely. He's sort of flopped it. Touch me and I'll sue.
I love, speaking of Duke.
Yep.
Every time Tommy was sort of losing, we'd cut to a close-up, and he's just yelling at him.
Like, not even words sometimes.
He was just very passionate.
Yeah.
It was just entertaining.
Yeah. So Rocky's the victor.
Yeah. To the victor goes the spoils.
That's right. And the spoils in this case is the Philadelphia Public Library.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a great library, actually.
Yeah. Yep. People underrated.
7th best library in North America. I shit you not. You'll never guess number one.
No, MoMA.
I don't know.
The New York Public Library, like in Ghostbusters. That's a
big one. Yeah. Also in Seinfeld.
We have the kid and Rocky climbing up the stairs. Kind of like harkens back to the old days, if you will.
Oh, yes. The
Only
statue.
Rocky now can't quite make it. He's getting a little old.
Well, maybe he has asthma.
Yeah. We get a cute little moment between the two. They talk about how he's like, I've been up and down these stairs for 15 years and had no idea that there was books up here.
Books, yeah. I disagree with his comment towards the statue about giving pigeons a place to sit.
Yeah.
More of a place to shit.
Yeah.
From the footage I've seen.
They sit and they shit.
Well, you don't want to sit where you shit, though.
Well, they do.
I mean.
But I agree. It's a little silly.
Yeah.
But a great last line. I like everybody.
Yeah, that's just...
I like pretty much everybody.
Suits the
That's
character.
the character.
I felt like he had better lines in the first half than the second half, but this was a nice way to at least finish it off with one of those lines.
Yeah, I like it. And I really love the song, the Elton John song, Measure of a Man. I loved it. I bought the Rocky 5 soundtrack.
That was Elton John.
It's Elton John.
I thought it was, but I was, at that point, I still had it on.
Sure.
But I got up to kind of do some things. I'm just
Movie's
listening
over.
to it.
Yeah. It's on my playlist, as it were. And I really liked the montage. I thought Because at the time, this is the end, right? Like the principal idea, as I heard later, was that he was supposed to die in the movie. He changed his mind, and obviously we got the ending we did. But at some point, it was conceived that this would be the end of the Rocky story.
That's the impression I got, like this was the last
and
one.
that's kind of the part of the montage. He's with his kid. He's retired.
Makes sense.
And that ultimately was. The next one didn't come out for like 16 more years, like a long time. So for us, Rocky V is the culmination of this series. And I thought the montage and the song and the lyrics of the song kind of tell that story pretty well.
Yeah.
As a closing chapter to a story, to a franchise, I thought, if this is how it goes out, I was pretty happy with it. Whereas others, as you know, really don't like it at all.
No. Evans, no.
No. Let's look at this from that perspective. Your take on the 5 we've watched, not only where it ranks, because we've still got a couple more to go.
I thought it was the last one.
But where your head is at kind of culminating this 5-part story.
Well, Philip, I think if, say it was the last one, I would agree. It's a good way to finish
send
it.
off, yeah.
Yeah, it's good enough considering how much I've invested in the series. Again, I don't have this affinity for Stallone, but for an overall story about boxing, I thought it was complete.
Okay.
This movie on a standalone, I think, is just held back a little bit by some performances and some choices with the story. But ultimately, I think it's overall one of the better ones.
Yeah, okay.
Just because I think it's one of the better stories.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate it wasn't executed as good as I would have hoped due to reasons unknown. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But,
Sure. Yeah.
If I was to rank the Rockies, which we're not.
Not yet.
Eventually. But this would not be my least favorite.
Okay.
Wouldn't be my favorite.
Okay.
It would be somewhere in between.
Fantastic.
But I think it is better than people think it is.
Okay.
And it is a little bit underrated. I'm sticking with it.
I'm happy to hear it.
Yeah. It's not a 5.4. It's a 5.8.
Ultimately, I kind of follow the same. It's better than it probably should be as a 5th movie. With a character that is a thinly written character.
It's better than the 5th Jurassic Park.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say that.
And maybe even better than the 5th Die Hard. Who knows?
Okay, now.
Gauntlet is down.
Okay. You asked for it.
That's right. But principally, I think like this movie could have been a retread. Parts 3 and 4 don't bring a ton of different shades. I think the difference certainly between 4 and 5 is significant, and what they did with the character I thought was interesting.
It's sacrificing, I think, story for entertainment.
For sure. It's not the arcade, it's the sim, right?
Yeah,
there's this different version, but I do think that it's hindered by performances. Tommy is probably your way you could have maybe.
I think it is.
Because
Duke's great.
He doesn't fight enough that you would need a fighter.
Exactly.
I think. Right? Like Mr. T was not a fighter. He made it work. Carl Weathers was not a fighter. He made it work. Dolph Lundgren, not a fighter. You can make it work. So the choice to make a fighter be the fighter, I would have said I would have rather you get an actor.
He did less than all of them.
Exactly. That's the fatal flaw.
Yeah, and Tommy is supposed to be the number 2.
Yeah.
Duke is good.
Sure.
But he's number 4, 5, 6 even.
Totally. He's the guy that comes in, steals a couple of scenes and runs away. Tommy, you're holding Christmas dinner with, the training stuff, right? It's all weighted on there.
Yeah.
And I never liked him to begin with. So when he breaks Rocky's heart, you're like, yeah, Rocky, you dummy. You shouldn't have trusted him.
Exactly. That's why there's a category in the Oscars for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's really where we can pinpoint the failure of this movie that really drops it down a couple points.
Absolutely. I still think it's a worthy sequel.
Rightfully
so.
Rightfully
I agree
so.
that it's not what it could be.
Like this.
That's right. What could be yours every week is if you is subscribing to this podcast and you get it right in your podcatcher of choice. Please rate it 5 stars and share it with any
boxers,
anybody
manager
in Philadelphia, any managers, anybody you got.
Yeah. Dead people.
Look at this podcast like a little angel on your shoulder. And when you're down and out, just remember, Phil and Dave love you.
Yes, me too. We're there for you. Yeah.
Talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.